For decades, the dollar stood as a global icon of power, stability, and prosperity. It was the gravitational center of the world's economy. But in 2025, that powerful image is beginning to crack. And along with it, the purchasing power of millions of American families is collapsing. This is no longer a warning for the future. It's a harsh and undeniable present reality. Each passing week, money stretches less. Each month, daily life becomes harder to afford. And the reason is crystal clear. The US dollar is losing its strength. Trump's administration once promised that tariffs would revive domestic industry, safeguard jobs, and grow the economy. But the reality couldn't be more different. The numbers speak volumes. The dollar has lost over 10% of its value against the euro and more than 12% against the Chinese yuan this year alone. This isn't just some technical fluctuation. It's a deep, ongoing hemorrhage that's draining the wallets of American citizens faster than anyone imagined. In grocery stores, prices feel out of control. Everyday staples like eggs, beef, and milk have doubled in price in under a year. Where a family once filled their cart with $300, now they can barely get half. Not because they're consuming more, but because the money in their pockets simply doesn't go as far as it used to. And there's no sign of relief in sight. But the pain isn't just at the supermarket. Energy, rent, insurance, gas, clothing, it's all going up. Meanwhile, salaries remain the same. The gap between income and basic needs is widening at a terrifying pace. Families that once lived modest but comfortable lives are now being forced to make painful choices between paying rent or buying food for their children. This crisis isn't random. It's the direct outcome of an economic policy that disrupted decades of global balance. The tariffs imposed by Trump caused trade tensions with key allies and historic partners. Now, more and more countries are distancing themselves from the dollar as a reference currency. That weakens global demand for it and sends its value plummeting. Not long ago, the dollar was used to purchase vital goods, oil, gas, tech, food, from around the world. That allowed Americans to import cheaply. But now, that privilege is slipping away. And with it, the ability of ordinary Americans to access essentials they once took for granted. A laptop, a high-end phone, a family trip, these are now considered luxuries. We're already seeing the fallout. Mortgages are more expensive. The cost of buying a home has risen by as much as $20,000 in a year, largely due to surging prices of materials like steel, concrete, and timber. Credit has tightened, and many families are being locked out of loans for education, small businesses, or emergencies. Meanwhile, the ultra-wealthy continue to grow richer, thanks to financial speculation and offshore opportunities. Inflation, driven by the dollar's weakening, has turned everyday needs into unaffordable luxuries. Avocados cost triple what they did last year. Bread now costs twice as much. Streaming services, school supplies, clothing for kids, it's all putting an unbearable weight on the family budget. Even going out to the movies has become a rare treat. Instead of taking responsibility, the government blames foreign nations, China, Europe, Latin America. But the truth is clear, it's American citizens who are bearing the cost. Tariffs don't punish foreign governments, they punish everyday people every time they shop, fuel up, or pay the light bill. The burden has fallen squarely on the shoulders of working families. In many cities, rent has outpaced mortgage payments for the first time. But even getting a mortgage has become a distant dream. It's harder, more expensive, and riskier than ever. Thousands are being forced out of the housing market entirely. Homelessness has risen steadily for 3 months in a row, with shelters overwhelmed and few solutions in sight. Traveling has also become unaffordable. The weakened dollar has made foreign destinations far more expensive. Studying abroad is nearly impossible. Even sending money to family overseas now comes with higher costs. It's as if the nation has become isolated, not just politically, but financially. Americans are being forced to turn inward. Small local businesses are trying to survive. Many are holding prices down out of loyalty to their customers. But each week, more are closing their doors. These shops, the backbone of the American economy, are collapsing under the weight of inflation and international competition. They simply can't match the low prices of foreign imports that benefit from trade deals the U.S. has abandoned. Meanwhile, companies like Alibaba and Shine continue expanding. Their ultra-cheap prices attract families struggling to get by. Tariffs may exist, but many have no choice. They must feed their children. They must clothe them. And that means turning away from local products and embracing the global marketplace, even if reluctantly. Jobs are being lost. Companies are downsizing to survive. Some reduce hours, others cut entire departments. Unemployment is on the rise again. And even those with jobs are seeing their real income shrink. Having employment is no longer a guarantee of a decent life. In some states, families must now choose between heating their home or eating dinner. Public frustration is boiling over. Protests have erupted in multiple states. The official narrative no longer satisfies the population. Over half of Americans now disapprove of the administration's tariff strategy. Some are even calling for impeachment. They feel abandoned and betrayed, convinced that the system is rigged to benefit a privileged few, not the average citizen. Experts warn that if this continues, the consequences will be devastating. The U.S. could lose its global influence. Foreign investment might flee. A long and painful recession could become inevitable. For many, that future is already here. They already live paycheck to paycheck. They already fear the next bill, the next emergency, the next cut. The American dream, the belief that hard work leads to prosperity, is slipping away. More and more citizens believe it's no longer real. That saving money is pointless. That success is only possible for the rich. And that creeping despair is perhaps the biggest failure of a policy that once promised greatness. In the end, this is about more than money. It's about dignity, about hope, about the basic belief that effort should be rewarded. Right now, millions of Americans feel that the system has let them down, that their money is worth less, that their country is no longer the one they trusted. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Until next time.